Coach, congratulations on the 10th title for Mamelodi Sundowns and also your 200th win as a coach for Mamelodi Sundowns.
Yeah, yeah, thank you, Shupi. What a title to win. I think Mamelodi Sundowns, we all know we are slow starters. And we leave it to the last. Last year, we left it to the last. I hope next year we don't do the same thing because it becomes a bad habit and we might not win it at the end. But I would like to remain positive for the victory. This was the sweetest of them all. We've won trophies, we've celebrated. But this one is the best I've ever heard. I think it's like, I can put it the same way as the Champions League out of them all. Yeah, I must thank the people who won the trophy, the players, of course. I must also thank the players, those are the people who won the trophy. I must thank the Yellow Nation for being on all the ways, on the roads, wherever we play, they've been there. And this is dedicated for them because they've been there for us. We'll also thank my entire technical team. I said to Rulani, I said, he's an angel, he's got a lot of luck. And I said to him, please don't miss many trophies again. Trophies are here. Stay where the trophies are. I want to thank the entire technical team, from analysts to scouts to everybody who has supported me during difficult times. Of course, I must not forget to thank the board of Mamelodi Sundowns, Dr. Patrice Motsepe. Without his support, we should not fool ourselves. The support he gives, the resources he provides, helps us also to be able to win trophies. But we must never forget that we work hard also. Yeah, I must never forget my lovely wife, who's always supporting me, fighting for me every time, everywhere in football, and for her to understand the kind of character that I am and being able to accommodate me in this thing that I love so much, which is football. Yeah, my entire family has been there, friends. Yeah, it has been a difficult one because there's been a lot of doubters. There's been a lot of media talks, and the Yellow Nation never gave up on us. They know who we are. And those 1 or 2 or 3 who thought that this trophy won't be delivered, but the entire Yellow Nation stood by us. That's why they were on the roads everywhere outside the stadium. We hear the drum going. It's unbelievable, these guys. I so wish that they would have been here and would have our usual celebrations that we always have. But okay. Also, you guys, I must thank you for keeping up with us and encouraging us, even though there might be criticism, which is positive, obviously. And you can never do well without positive criticism. You need to do that. But lastly, I would like to thank Coach Mirendop. I said it yesterday that we have ran our race, me and him. I said it's like boxing. For the 2 boxers fight, we had the game, and we had the game. But at the end of the fight, we held each other, and I said that before the trophy was won, that he ran the race and he kept me on the race, and he gave Peter Chiefs a shock therapy. We played different. He brought different tactics, but look where the team is. And if the tactics were wrong, why until the last game that we won the league? But the boys, for coming from behind 13-point gap and come and steal it at the end, I think it's a smash and grab. I'll call it the heist, baby, the biggest heist ever. But when you go with Mamelodi Sundowns toe-to-toe, you've got to be sure of your endurance. We went toe-to-toe with Chiefs and Stuart Baxter. In 3 years' time, we won it twice. We went toe-to-toe with Coach Gavin Hunt, one of the best coaches ever. Toe-to-toe for 2 years. He won it once. I brought it back. We went to toe-to-toe with Mitchell for 2 years. I kept it. I never gave it to them. And then Kaizer Chiefs came back again in the scene again this year. And we refused that the trophy must come out of cabinet at Club Corp. So we have endurance and we can go long. You must have endurance. You must sustain it because we don't get tired. We go to Morocco, we go to Cairo, we go to the Nedbank Cup final, we go to the Telkom Cup final, we go to the semi-final of the champions of MTN 8. We don't complain about heavy legs. Yes, we do have injuries. And we played on the best, this was the worst pitch in the bubble that we played in. But we managed because the boys have experience of the Champions League mentality. We don't complain, we keep going. But yeah, I must thank everybody who has contributed to this. But this one was a sweet trophy for me because there was a lot of doubters, even internal at Mamelodi Sundowns. A lot of people not sure, doubting. But the trophy is here. At the end of the day, the trophy is here. Thank you.
If we can have the first question, please.
Okay, thank you. Coach Velile here, congratulations on your fifth league title. This is number 5 for you. La Decima has been secured by the club. I know the first league title will always be special with the club, but given the trials and tribulations you've been through this season, not only how the season has progressed, you went on top of the log for the first time today, but also before renewing your latest contract, you had some challenges as well within the club. With all these things considered, does this make this one of the most special league titles for you?
It's the most special, it's the most sweetest when Velile. I'm being emotional with this trophy because of those things that you are saying. You know how long it took for my contract to be renewed. You know how long I begged for my contract, that I'm the right guy, and I earned it, and I got it. And I'm still the guy standing. It has been difficult at the club. It was very difficult for me this year, very difficult. It has never been as difficult as it is all my years at Mamelodi Sundowns. But you know where if you are strong mentally and personally, and you keep things to yourself and you don't go out and say all this and make excuses, you keep going, you fight. And this team is a very strong team to win the championship. Next year's team is going to be stronger. All I wanted from Mamelodi Sundowns, the board and everybody, is to have a different star below their badge. And I'm happy to be part of that. And the rest is history. The other things will always be there in football. And it has been tough for me. It has been tough. And it's been tough for the boys. We've been in the bubble for more than 2 months. We haven't seen our family for more than 2 months. And it's been tough for me in the bubble. And not the easiest part for me this year was being on the pitch or on the training ground and the match. The difficult part has been outside the football. But I must thank the players, my technical team. They supported me through thick and thin. We kept quiet and kept going. I said, this is the tender title. And not many people are happy about this. But so be it. It is here.
Can we have the next question, please?
Okay, I'll go. Coach is from KFM. My question is like twofold. One, I think I've covered like several seasons where the women's team wins a season and the men's team also wins a season. Why is it important that as the Sundowns brand that both teams that dominate the season and win? And my second thought is that you have, when you started the Sundowns, you wanted to, win about like the 10th league with the season, with the team rather. Now that you have won it, what's next for you?
Yeah, first I must speak about the women's team because I'm emotional with them. I'm very close to the women's team. You must ask them; they'll tell you. I do fight for them within the team, that they're important. And this is the team that the women's team is a team that can represent Mamelodi Sundowns in the Champions League, in the CAF Champions League. What history can be made from the women's team? But they've always been there. I always tell them that whenever we fumble or whatever, I always tell them that they come and tell us, why you always wrap up the league so quickly and early? We need to see what you're doing so that we can copy from it. But yeah, the ladies have been good, and I'm very close to the ladies. I'm close to the coach. The coach of the ladies was I coached him at school also, and the goalkeeper coach, I coached him at school. So it's one big family in that space, and they've been good. They've been strong, and I hope I understand the Champions League was cancelled this year, but they will come back and they'll win it again. We win at Mamelodi Sundowns. We brought the mentality of winning. I forgot your second question. You say.
My second question was that you wanted the team to win its 10th title. Yes.
Yeah. I wanted La Decima. You must also understand. I'm part of La Decima, but we must give credit to the late Ted Dimitri who started it also. Give credit to Gordon Ingersand, who had also helped us to be La Decima. It's not about me. I just found titles here I've added, but it's not only me. It's as I say, my technical team, players, the board, Dr. Patrice Mutsepe, my family. You can go on, the supporters. But yeah, for me, it's about winning. It's about winning. And for me, it's about focus on the game. And that is why a lot of players who come to Sundowns, sometimes you write about players who come to Sundowns and don't make it or never make it. They're on the bench, they're killing their careers. There's no one who kills his career. If you focus, if you work very hard. I'm so happy that I stayed with Lebogang Maboe. He got so much criticism the whole year. Before the match, I say things sometimes they do happen. I don't know how they happen. I told Pitso that he's going to score against Highlands. Before the match, I asked Lebo, I said, don't you think it's the best time you can score for Mamelodi Sundowns? He says, coach, I will score. I said, okay, go for it. The boy scored a hat-trick. I think he will remember that the only player who scored a hat-trick for Mamelodi Sundowns to win the title. The boy has worked so hard. No complaints, no missing training, no abuse of alcohol. And he's been there. Everybody says, Pitso with my boy. God is there. How sweet it is now. Look at me and my boy now. Everybody says my boy. Rivaldo Cotier, no, he's not the right one. He's slow. What's slow? That's if there's a player who can go and play in La Liga, it's Rivaldo Cotier. Unfortunately, he's got that injury that creates a little bit of a problem for him. But he's a European. He's a Champions League player. Unbelievable. That's why other players struggle at Mamelodi Sundowns because there are too many games, there's too much traveling, and you need to focus. And once you get off the line of the field, you're going to struggle. You won't make it at Sundowns. And no matter how good you are, you got to sort yourself out first, then you can play for Mamelodi Sundowns because the dressing room does not allow you. It's a quiet dressing room. You don't want loud dressing room.
Can we have 2 last questions, please?
Coach Chad from Kickoff. I remember 15 years ago when I was running around on the pitch there with you at Supersport when I just met you as a little boy coming to training as Dane's brother. I mean, now you have this record. You leave such a wonderful legacy, the first coach to win 5 league titles, and you still have a shot at a treble this season. What does all this success mean for Pitso's legacy as a South African coach? And then just, do you mind sharing a word maybe on you've won all these things, but the man behind you, Coach Mangoba, how much of a role has he played?
And Coach Rulani and Coach Wendell.
Yes, and Coach, I was going to say, and Coach Rulani's return late in the season, how much have they steered you towards the coach you've become now at the moment?
There is a perception in my country. It's not about football. It's everything. That black men cannot do things. And I'm not throwing a racial cut here. I don't need to do that because my technical team, in my technical team, you know what I always say, local is like I've got an English, I've got Greek, I've got Indian, I've got Xhosa guy, I've got a Zulu guy, I've got everything that you can ever. It's a rainbow nation, the technical team. And I like to keep it as local. And I always say local is like we need to believe in our own people. It doesn't mean when somebody comes from Europe, come with a European passport, is better than what we have in the country. That's my message. And I'm trying to drive the message to our own people here. To say, please, you have the material here. I'm from a township. Manoba is from a township. Coach Wendell is not from the suburbs. Saki is not from this, from Langa, Guguletu. We have those people here in this country, but we always like to fill our benches with people from outside. I'm not saying that we should not have people from outside to come in the country. But first, look what we have inside here. All my technical team, my analysts, they all have degrees. My doctor, physio, biokineticist, analyst. My analysts have got degrees. KB, physical trainer, has got degrees. Why are we looking at Europe when we have it here? They went to Turks, they went to UJ, they went to credible universities. That's the point I'm trying to drive, to say, Steve Compella can make it, and Manja Nagazi can make it. We have the people here. But we doubt our people. In this country, doubts our people. So local is lekker, and this trophy is for the local coaches. We have the material. We don't have to go and fill our benches with all the European coaches when we have the people. You guys are local journalists. Why should I want the journalists from England to cover my story? You can cover the story. So it's the same thing, just to make sure that South African football has to transform and change. We have material, we have the potential. We can do it. If Kekana can win 6 trophies, Dan Klein can win 6, Dennis Onyango can win 6. We have the people here. And we believe in our own people. That's the message I want to drive about this thing. Local is lekker.
Shompo and Dennis have 7, coach.
7, we can go 10, whatever. They can get more. We can do better. Chad, you can write an article at kickoff. We don't have to import somebody to write an article for kickoff.
Can we have the last question, please? We'll have other media engagements during the week. And also there's a press conference for Nedbank.
Coach, it's Mazola here. Can you hear me, Coach?
Yes, Mazola. Thanks for the article of what is called Abdul Ibrahim.
Yes.
It's unbelievable that Safa always comes out to on goals of Kaizer Chiefs against Mamelodi Sundowns.
Yeah,
you know,
unreal.
I thought Ibrahim, I thought that guy is the guy who's a musician in Manenberg. You know the song Manenberg. I said, who is this guy?
Yeah.
You know, but I realized that, oh, this guy didn't talk about the Baraka goal that Pirates considered that was an offside. I mean, Pirates could have got that goal. He didn't. He was with us against Polokwane City when Caston scored the goal. He doesn't comment about that. He went to Kaizer Chiefs. I don't know. He wants to be famous. He wants to be known. I think he's eating an humble pie tonight. That's football for you. And he must comment about other goals that some Sundowns didn't get.
Consistency.
Yeah, I don't know why he goes to Kaizer Chiefs. What's wrong with him? I mean, last time was another debate on the goal that they said touched Castro's hair.
Yeah.
And
against Sundowns, I remember. Yes.
Yeah, but they came again. But they choose Sundowns against Chiefs and all the time for Chiefs. Why? What about people who might be got relegated or missed top 8 and all that? I mean, there have been so many mistakes that the referees have done in the bubble. We all saw, we all see. I can also complain about penalties that I didn't get. I got today, I missed. You know, and by the way, I think Kaizer Chiefs should have got a penalty against Vets. There's a lot of mistakes, and I believe that the goal of Baroka stands. That's my opinion. You know, and there's been so ups and downs. I should have got a penalty against Marisbeck. We didn't get it, but I got another one against Marisbeck. So sometimes I do complain, yes, but I have to be also objective to say, but you know what? There's lack of consistency. But what I'm disappointed is this Abdullah Brahim. I mean, he wants to be famous or what? Who is this guy? But anyway, let me allow you to ask the question as well.
Okay. Thanks, Coach, and congratulations. Just to take you back a little bit, you spoke about doubting Thomas's and all of that.
Yeah.
Coach, can you expand a little bit on that? Because it comes across maybe as it's a bit baffling that, you know, a coach who's now officially become the only South African coach, you know, to win 5 top flight titles, that there can be so much doubt and all of that. And if you can expand a little bit on what you meant.
I don't need to go there into that, Mazola. What needs to talk for me is the trophies. You know, and sometimes when we win, they say, but he can buy any player he can get. Didn't Neskis buy any player once? Didn't Christo Stoichkov buy any player once? Am I the first one to buy? Didn't Gordon Ingerson buy? Didn't all these coaches who were here at Sundowns buy? They bought more than me, in fact. I bought less. I bought Mauricio Alfonso and the boy from Polokwane City, Semi Siabi. How nice, how sweet it is, eh? And where are they? All injured. Okay, so it has been sweet, it's been nice, it's a good one. This is just to teach, to say, I didn't buy Lewandowski to come and score goals for me. Then everybody said, I got Leboham Maboye, he only scored 3 goals this year. And I battled with Keleto, Leboham Maboye, Ali Nez. You could see that I'm struggling with the striker. But I make a plan, I do what I can do. You know, everybody says, Sundowns, the guy buy any player they want. Who did we buy? Mauricio Alfonso, who is injured, who delivered the Telkom Cup for us. And I think you could see that we needed him in the bubble. And Semi Siabi. But the rest of the players have been around. Look at other teams. Who did they buy? They bought everything. They imported everything. I mean, let's be honest. Let's give credit sometimes to Mamelodi Sundowns. Mamelodi Sundowns is a team that has won this trophy against all odds. You know, how many games have we put in, Mazola? We got Dennis Onyango and everybody injured in the bubble because of the heavy load we have. We've been in Cairo, we've been wherever, when people are playing Saturday to Saturday. And we stole it, 13 points behind. You need mental strength to do that. Only Mamelodi Sundowns can really come back. Last time we won it, the first time I was here in Dobsonville, we were 11 points behind Kaizer Chiefs, 2013, 2014. Now we're 13 points behind. We brought it back. So what does that mean? Muti, Sangoma? I don't know.
Coach, there are no further questions. Your word to the supporters and just closing comments.
Yeah, one of the Yellow Nations, they've been here for us, they've been supported us. They're still beating the drum, by the way, I must tell you, outside. So I wish we could have partied with them, but they're outside, and we dedicate this trophy to a lot of people. Bob Mabena stood behind us all the time, the late Bob. We dedicate this trophy to them. But this one, I'm going to be selfish on this one. This one I dedicated to my wife, to my family. During difficult times, tough times. This year has been the toughest time for me, toughest yet, Mamelodi Sundowns. But we brought the trophy. We can put the star now at the bottom of the emblem. And I know I was part of it. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. There will be further media engagements. We have the Nedbank Cup press conference during the course of the week. All right, thank you.
Okay, Mshakazi, thank you.
In my mail, but the recording is on, so you can drop me a message. I'll talk to you.
Oh, okay.
Thank you, Shubi.
I'm muting. Thank you, everyone. Thanks for attending. Thanks to the 17 people that RSVP. Thank you.
Oh, maybe more.
I think